Late last year, Queen City News and its parent company Nexstar launched a campaign to feature remarkable women in our area all throughout this month. We asked you to tell us about the remarkable women in your life, and you answered. For so many of us, dogs are members of our family, giving and receiving that unconditional love. To Rebecca Golian and her organization, they're heroes, lifesavers. Here is Rebecca's remarkable story.
Hi, Diana.
These puppies are so much more than just cute faces. And this is so much more than simple playtime. These dogs are in training as part of Project to Heal, an organization dedicated to transforming people's lives with service and therapy dogs.
We are actually the only nonprofit organization in the United States that breeds and raises Labrador retrievers and donates them to service dog organizations across the country.
Rebecca Golian is the executive director of Project to Heal. She discovered a passion for working with animals at a young age, riding horses professionally for years before discovering dog training in college. She fell in love with it. After graduation, she built an extensive resume of training and placing service and guide dogs, as well as starting her own dog training companies. Rebecca started one of those companies in Charlotte in 2019. She linked up with Project to Heal a year later, and in 2024 took over as executive director.
It's very challenging to find good quality dogs for service work. Oftentimes some schools will try to use some local pet breeders, or they'll try to maybe go to the rescue or shelter to find a dog, but unfortunately the success rate of those dogs are quite low, right? Which then increases the waiting period that someone has to wait to receive a fully trained service dog.
With Project to Heal, the training starts at birth with volunteers like Manuela.
We want to expose them to different surfaces, different environments, different people, sounds.
Manuela manages the breeding and puppy program.
So that when they are thrown out in the world, they will always remember that first response that they had if they started or if they became scared, that they kind of overcome that and become confident puppies.
The impact of service dogs on mental and physical health and recovery is high. So is the demand.
As more research has come out to support what service dogs do for people, we've seen increases in applicants. Schools have been seeing increases, longer waiting periods. I would say the average waiting period for a nonprofit in the U.S. for someone is 3 to 4 years.
Once training is complete, the dogs raised by Project to Heal can go to any service organization in the country. Rebecca hopes to keep them a little closer to home in the future.
Our goal is to start to place fully trained service dogs in our local community here. Charlotte metropolitan area does not have a nonprofit service organization, so anybody here that would be of need of a service dog is going to have to go out elsewhere.
No matter where they go, saying goodbye to a trainee is always a challenge.
But what is most important is knowing where that dog is going to go, right? And knowing that your hard work, even as a puppy raiser, even as a trainer, like that dog is going to go change someone's life. As hard as it is to say goodbye to the dogs that we spend months or even years with, deep down in your heart, it's super fulfilling, and I would do anything else with my life.
Project to Heal hosts several events to support their mission throughout the year. Up next is Pints for Pups in May, followed by the Putts for Pups golf tournament in October. For more information, just go to their website, projecttoheal.org.